Right. So,
No,
here we are.
again,
Another week in lockdown.
week in lockdown. As I was saying this, there was a little bit on the news about
Romfordia.
Romfordian, or Guildford, and I have to say I preferred it as it is now without the arseholes.
Yes, I can imagine that.
You know. And
Mind
then
you.
always, if you hear a siren, you know it's for the sick rather than the stupid.
Well, it's true. I mean, we've had an eventful week, I suppose, in a way. The first part of the week, there was not a lot going on, I suppose, really. But I used the toilet the other day, and as is my wont, I have a tendency to do that sometimes. And I flushed the toilet, and as I did so, the handle to the toilet flush broke off and fell on the floor, which was quite an annoyance because the toilet didn't flush properly. So I had to take the top off the cistern and shove my hand inside and pull the thing up, which was an annoyance no end. Of course, it happened at night, so we couldn't do anything until the following day. So I phoned up the housing association and I sent a man round.
Right.
And he came round and we had to, which was quite interesting, I had to show him what was wrong whilst socially distancing at the same time, which was quite intriguing in a small two-bedroom flat.
It is.
And then he fixed it. And then when he went away, we've now got a handle on the cistern, but I think it was the wrong model because it's a bit loose and you have to sometimes pump the toilet up to get it to. It's a bit like kicking over an old British motorbike. It's like nothing, nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
And just like a British motorbike blowing oil out everywhere, it releases a torrent of water.
So yeah, it was an interesting couple of days. I made cakes. I made cupcakes from scratch. Never done that before. That was quite exciting. Sort of. Apart from the fact that when I made them, I used, because I didn't have any little cases things. I mean, I used muffin cases, which are slightly bigger, right? We've got a metal tray which hasn't got very deep holes in it, and the muffin cases are a little bit bigger than the holes. So I put the stuff in them, put them on the tray, put them in the oven, but they all slipped. So when they came out, they were like wedge shaped.
Oh, like cheeses.
I just whacked some buttercream on top, and then we put some sprinkles on. It's all the same, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Cake's a cake, almost.
I'd like to make something from scratch, but every time I go to the supermarket, they haven't got any scratch in stock.
It's difficult to get hold of nowadays.
Scratch. But it reminds me of when pork scratchings were first introduced into shops. And I went into this off licence in Ilford, and the bloke I was with said, I'm going to try a packet of those pork scratchings. And the bloke behind the counter said, yeah, you can have a packet of pig's dandruff. And I've never eaten them since.
I do love a pork scratching.
Yeah.
I'm very into crackling, you see.
Oh, crackling.
Love crackling.
We actually had that recently.
Got to have a nice bit of pork belly with some crackling.
Yeah.
What I'd like to get is a whole side of pork, kind of a side of pork belly, a whole thing of pork belly. About this bit, sort of, about the size of a small dog. And I'd like to cook it in the oven until the crackling goes really crispy, and then I'd just eat the crackling.
Yeah, bollocks to the rest of it.
Yeah, throw that away.
Yeah. No, everybody here really likes crackling, and I've never had it before, so I was suspicious. But I did try it and thought, why have I always given this away?
It's dried, cooked pork skin.
Yeah.
Lovely.
That doesn't endear me to it. but I did like the taste.
Apparently, it's very similar to eating human.
Right.
We're a bit like pork, apparently.
I remember having a Sunday dinner round your parents.
Blimey, that's a long time ago.
You're frozen.
So have you.
You've definitely frozen. There's no way you can keep that still.
You've frozen. It's not me, it's you.
You've definitely frozen.
No, you've frozen.
Okay. This is like wind up, isn't it?
It's I don't know what's going on. Well, that's a turn up for the books, isn't it? Oh, hey, hello.
And again.
And again.
And again.
And again.
Well, I just said some of the funniest things anyone's ever heard.
See, you say I've frozen, but it looks to me like you've frozen.
That's really strange. So somewhere we've been out there very still.
Yeah.
Together.
As we are so often.
Yes. This is very strange. I can't remember. Is there such a thing as a bad internet connection these days?
Well, apparently there seems to be.
Yeah, apart from this one.
Maybe it's the government. It's a conspiracy to put us all into complete isolation by isolating people even on the internet.
Yeah. Well,
I think there's a lot of things nowadays that are conspiracies. You know,
conspiracies.
I'm very, very hot on conspiracies.
Right. What's your latest one? One of my current ones is that Boris isn't ill at all. He's just avoiding making himself look like an arsehole in public for a couple of weeks.
He's never bothered doing that before.
No, he hasn't.
Start now.
But somebody might have pointed out quite how badly Donald Trump's doing, and they've said, look, just stay quiet until this is all over.
Maybe. And
then come out as if you've been a long-suffering Prime Minister.
My latest theory on some things is that the whole of the rest of the world has been recorded and we're watching it.
Okay.
Being played back. And everything else in the world, apart from what's going on for us in this country, is not actually happening. They're all having a laugh. They're all going, yeah, let's have a laugh. Let's put a joke on the UK. What we'll do is we'll all carry on the same as normal, but we'll record all this stuff to make it look like there's all these things going on and everywhere's shut down, and we won't tell them it's the truth. And it'll be a great laugh.
Look at them sitting at home, their economy falling apart, dying of imaginary illness.
Absolutely.
I think that's quite likely, actually.
I reckon it's happening because of the fact that Europe hate us because we walked away and things. The Americans don't like us because of the fact that we won't sell the country to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they've been trying for years. They've been trying to buy it as an aircraft carrier for years. Just
52nd state, whatever. How many states they got in America now? Is it 51?
I don't know.
Yeah, they'd like us to be 52.
But yeah, so it's all that's going on, and everywhere else hates us because of the fact that they just hate us.
Well, they do because we used to rule them. Rather uncommonly.
We did once. We ruled with an iron fist, I believe.
We did. Yeah.
I don't know whose it was.
Yeah, no. That was a while before gripping hands were invented.
So it was an action man.
Yeah.
With an iron fist instead of a gripping hands.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, no, the one I've always thought of was probably true, is the fact that a friend of mine once told me that all the conspiracy theories that there are in the world are actually put out there by the Illuminati to stop people from finding out what's actually going on.
Yeah.
So all the conspiracy theories are one big conspiracy.
To keep us interested.
It's to keep sections of the community who are questioning about the wrong things by looking at things that aren't conspiracies because they don't really exist. They've just been created by the Illuminati for them to think are conspiracies.
Whereas but perhaps because the truth is so much more horrific.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, maybe we are in the Matrix.
Well,
maybe the Matrix is actually true, but was released to us as a work of fiction.
It's possible.
This Granderson.
One thing I read at the time the Matrix came out, and I don't know how true this is because of the fact that I've never really bothered trying to find out, but I read something that said that the technology to create something like the Matrix, the technology they used to do the special effects in the films Matrix, in all the Matrix films, is what would need to be the first step in to be able to produce the technology you would need to create the Matrix.
Right.
So by making those films, they're actually possibly bringing about the existence of the thing that they were filming about. So maybe it was a time traveler came back in time with the information of how the Matrix worked, decided to make the films to bring the Matrix about, or not.
Or not.
Or something. I've lost what I'm talking about now.
Yeah, well.
I confused myself there.
Yeah. Maybe this whole thing is like an anti-technology, really. It's what's going on now, because we're all having to revert to, well, we can't use a lot of technological things apart from computers.
So it's like sort of...
So like I think they're trying to revert us to being like a giant Amish community.
It's like a sort of silicon chip version of Luddites.
Yes. That kind of thing.
Somebody breaking down all the machinery.
Yes. Yeah, that kind of thing. So, maybe it'll be a simpler way of life that will come out of all of this and stuff and thing. And what was I talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah. But so I would prefer, and then eventually we won't be, we come out of this and it's like, well, I'm sorry, you can't use your cars anymore because we haven't, quite finished inventing the infrastructure to have electric cars. So you're all going to have to go back to horse and cart for a while.
Yeah.
And which would be what I think is something that's I've always been keen on is Amishness.
I'm Amish.
Amish people, yeah. I mean, of course, not all of us are good at carpentry, but I think there's enough of us that would be able to sling up the odd barn.
Well, I'm starting with a beard.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I've got a couple of hats.
You got a hat, right?
Yeah.
Well, right. Well, I'm not too sure whether the women would be okay with wearing bonnets and sort of sacking dresses and things. Really. Don't know about that.
I think at least they won't be able to drive. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Women, for pity's sake, don't drive.
So yeah, I don't know. I got a problem. Look. See that?
Why is that a problem?
Yeah, that's my end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a rip?
I had this problem. I keep getting itchy bits.
Ah,
And when I scratch them, I
yeah.
get red or white sort of welts coming up.
Don't do it.
No, well, I can't
The
help it.
best advice I could give you.
But I'd look online, and which is the worst thing to do. But I'd look
Yeah.
online mainly because I didn't have anything else to look it up on, because I haven't got a book about what happens if you've got scratchy, itchy bits that make come up in white welts.
Yeah.
But I looked online, and I reckon, from what I've worked out, I reckon it's nervous hives brought on by stress and nervousness and anxiety and stuff.
I think it's a cross between herpes and leprosy. But I don't want to worry you. Well,
Herpesy
leprosy.
or lepes. I don't know. No, I think herpesy is better.
Leprosy, I like that, really. It sounds like
It's
something,
where you get,
it's definitely biblical.
it's where you get an itchy crutch and your knob falls off.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I think it's nervous hives, which is quite interesting because it moves around my body. It's normally my arms and hands more than anywhere else.
They seem to work. They seem to work quite well together, though.
I don't know. I'm yeah. Okay, I don't know.
So you finding the lockdown quite stressful then?
I, I suffer.
You just yapped.
Yeah, I say I suffer. Everybody else around me suffers from me having a slight problem with depression and a little bit of anxiety.
Yeah,
Little bit. Little bit.
I've not noticed.
No.
No, really? I maybe. Well, I think you've been a bit down on yourself once or twice, slightly, like you said. Yeah, just let me.
Scratching your head. I'm scratching your head. So, yeah. So I don't know, but I do find that I am starting to do strange things like that, and I keep every now and again I get these moments of kind of euphoria, if you like, where I wander around the house doing things like singing and making happy noises, and it scares the crap out of me. I don't know what it does for anybody else in the house.
Worrying.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's all part of. What are you doing?
Oh.
Yeah. So
I'm quite enjoying lockdown.
I think the weird thing about it is that I'm alternating between being kind of like, oh my god, to be like, you know, and I'm not really staying in between for very long.
Like fast mood fluctuation is I think it's when people don't want to be in the here and now.
I never want to be in here and now.
Exactly. Nah.
I've always wanted to be asleep for the here and now. I'll wake up in about 3 weeks' time and it's better.
Yeah.
But it never is.
No, well, it never is.
Even when I wake up in 3 weeks' time, I'm still in the here and now, and it's crapper then than it is now.
Yeah, because
I've been ignoring it for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Funny. It's so yeah. It's a way of yeah. It's a way of like not dealing with the here and now because it's either too boring or uncomfortable or painful or whatever. All three.
Yeah, I suppose.
So mood fluctuation is almost changing your consciousness, isn't it? A bit like drugs and.
I get things.
What's the other stuff?
What?
Alcohol. That's what.
Alcohol.
I've forgotten about that one.
I know him. Alkali Ike. No, I get these blocks when I'm talking. Where I kind of like end up putting in words that aren't the words I want to use, or my brain suggests a word which isn't the word I want to use, and I have to stop myself from saying it because it sounds ridiculous. Like I want to say fridge and I say teeth or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
that's the word that just comes into the forefront of my head.
So you're saying rather than like saying the things you want to say, you're actually saying what this kind of random stream of words that occurs to you.
Stream of unconsciousness or something.
Yes.
I think it all stems from being marginally insane.
Well, there could be a connection.
I've never been fully tested. I've been to see some analyst type of peoples, but never a proper psychoanalyst type person.
Well, not a psychiatrist.
Not a psychiatrist, no. I've seen counsellors and analysts.
You've not seen a psychiatrist or a psychoanalyst. You mean a Freud? You know, one of these Freudian psychoanalysts.
Yeah, Freudian. They know. The thing about Freudians is every time they look at you, they think all you want to know, all you're thinking about all the time is sex, which may be true, but it's not really what's wrong. That's not the problem.
No.
If that was the problem, I would have had this problem since I was about 12. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes a penis is just a penis.
Sometimes it is. Apparently,
yeah.
Men think about sex once every 30 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, apparently, yeah. The difference with me is I wake up in the morning and after 30 seconds I think about nothing else all day.
Yeah. I think I have a similar problem some days. Not all days, but some days. The worrying thing is that there are some days where I don't think about it at all.
Really?
There are some days where I don't think about anything at all, really. I just kind of sit blankly staring at myself, contemplating my navel or something.
Is that meditation?
Is it what?
Meditation.
Meditation?
Meditation?
Medication, maybe, I don't know.
Medication. Self-medication.
It's more just my brain has a tendency to focus on strange things sometimes. I sit sometimes, I will have things to do or things that I want to do or whatever, and my brain suddenly does a strange thing of like asking me a question. It asks itself a question. And then, because I don't know the answer to the question that it's asked, or it's a question that can't be answered, my brain then argues with itself as to what the possible answer could be. And I've lost entire days doing that. Just going round and round in circle with all of the voices in my head arguing with each other over why bananas called bananas.
Yeah.
Or
that's kind of philosophical.
Or what exactly is that lump over there?
What lump?
Yeah.
Over where?
On over there. Somewhere. Redwood. Anyway. Why is it that with an entire flat to roam around in, the cat has to sit on us?
Yeah.
And throw up on my trainers? You know, I mean, we've got a whole 2-bedroom flat. It could quite happily, it has free reign of the entire place. but it has to sit either on my shoulder or right next to Mrs. leg and scratch her.
Yeah.
And when he throws up, 9 times out of 10, he throws up on my trainers.
Yeah, that's cats for you.
Bastards.
Well, I'm going to put some cameras in our in different rooms in our house, because I think when we're not around, the cat and dog walk around on their hind legs, use knives and forks to eat with, and talk.
Could be.
And they just go back to being pets for us when we're around them. The rest of the time,
A bit like Toy
they've been
Story.
around human beings for so long, they must have picked up something.
It's a bit like Toy Story then.
Yes, very much like. Oh, damn. I've forgotten about that. Yeah, it's very much like Toy Story. Pet Story.
Pet Story. Yeah.